Friend, how are you? Very good. Now I'd like to ask question relating topic. Can you name the physical feature, the surface feature lying in the northern part of India as a great wall that protects the whole country of India? Yes, good. The Himalayas. Can you name the physical feature that is very beneficial for growing a variety of crops and lie to the south of the Himalayas? Yes, the northern plains. Very good answer. Can you name the surface feature that is the storehouse of variety of minerals that is very rich in mineral resources? Yes, the Peninsular Plateau of India. Other question. Can you name the physical feature that is famous, very famous for the huge amount of sand particles? Yes, the desert, Great Indian Desert. Can you name the surface feature that lie just nearer to the ocean, Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal? Yes, good answer. That is coastal plain. Can you also name the surface feature that is surrounded by water on all sides? Yes, your good answer. Island. So, do you know what are these? Just you named the Himalayas in the north. To the south of Himalaya, the northern plains. Again to the south of the plains, the Peninsular Plateau. In the western side of India, the Great Indian Desert, the coastal plains lying just close to sea, Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal, and the very important land feature that lie in the sea surrounded by water, they are island groups. Very good answer. So what are these? They are the physical features. They are also called natural features of India. You should know that. We study all the physical features under the term physiography. What do you mean by physiography? Physiography is a science under which we study the formation and development of mountains, plateaus, valleys, deserts, islands, plateaus, etc. Now, we have to study about the physical features of our country, of India. Here, the first physical feature, the Great Northern Walls, known as the Himalayas. Second, the Great Northern Plains. Third, the Peninsular Plateau. Fourth, the Great Indian Desert. Fifth, the coastal plains. And sixth, the island groups. Now, first point about the Himalayas. Do you know the formation of the Himalayas? How Himalayas were formed? हिमालय कैसे बना, ये सबको जानना चाहिए. मैं तुम लोगों को पहले ही पढ़ा चुका हूं कि मेजर प्लेट्स कुछ हैं. देयर आर 7 मेजर प्लेट्स ऑफ द अर्थ. नॉर्थ अमेरिकन प्लेट, साउथ अमेरिकन प्लेट, अफ्रीकन प्लेट, यूरेशियन प्लेट, इंडो ऑस्ट्रेलियन प्लेट, अंटार्कटिका प्लेट, etc. Here we should know that the Indo-Australian plate started to drift towards very large Eurasian plate. After its drifting, this plate collided with Eurasian plate. Due to collision of Indo-Australian plate and Eurasian plate, the sediments which were accumulated in the geocycline area, known as TCC, were folded. Now, due to continuous upliftment of the sedimentary rocks, of the sediments, they are folded and this portion of this area of the Tethys Sea uplifted continuously. Lastly, it converted into a very high mountain, very elevated area that was known as Fold Mountain. When this Fold Mountain was covered with ice and snow after a long period of time, because temperature was very low and it heights reaches so that it was covered with ice and snow. You know that the temperature is low at the higher elevation. When this mountain covered with ice and snow, it was known as the Himalayas, means abode of snow. बर्फ का घर कहते हैं Himalayas. Now you have to study broadly about the Himalayas. Himalayas is spread from west to east, covering a length of 2,400 kilometers. From Jammu Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh, the width of Himalaya vary. From west to east, it is wider in the western side and less wide in the eastern side. But the eastern half of the Himalayas has more height as compared to western Himalayas. Himalayas are known as the loftiest mountain, highest mountain in the world. Now, as for longitudinal extent, Himalayas has been divided into three parallel ranges. We have divided the Himalayas into three parallel ranges, namely the Himadri. Himadri also known as, you should know that Himadri also known as the Great Himalaya and the Inner Himalaya too. Below this parallel range, below this range, the other part of Himalaya known as Himachal range. Himachal is also known as the Middle Himalaya or Lesser Himalaya. The southernmost part of the Himalaya ranges are known as the Shivalik range. It is also known as Outer Himalaya. Thus, there are three parallel ranges: the Himadri, the Himachal, and Shivalik. Himadri is the highest part of the Himalayas that is totally covered with ice and snow. It is one of the important parts of the Himalayas, as this part of Himalaya gives the birth of so many rivers. The rivers are perennial because the rivers get water as well as water from the glaciers given by this part of Himalaya, Himadri. When the great amount of ice and snow melt, it converted in just like river and meet to the rivers. Thus, due to increasing amount of water given by the glacier of the Himadri range, all the rivers which rise in Himalaya, they are perennial. They do not dry. They are ever-flowing rivers of India. Here, there are so many passes and glaciers in the Himadri range. Shipkila Pass in Himachal Pradesh, Nathula Pass in Sikkim, Bomdila Pass in Arunachal Pradesh. You should know that these passes are very important because these passes are the natural way in the mountain, and the roadways have been developed. The road transport has been developed through these passes. The glaciers like Karakoram Glacier, Siachen glaciers, and other Gangotri glaciers, they are also very important glaciers. Thus, due to presence of passes, glaciers, they are very important part of the Himalayas. The average height of the Himadri range is 6,000 meters above sea level. This part of Himalaya has the loftiest peaks. The very high peaks are found in this part, in the Himadri range, like Mount Everest, which is the highest peak in the world. 8,850 meters above sea level is the height of Mount Everest. Besides, Kanchenjunga, Annapurna, Dholagiri, Namcha Barwa. There are so many highest peaks in world and which are found in this part of Himalaya, in Himalayan range. Now, below Himalayan range, the other parallel range of the Himalaya known as the Middle Himalaya, that is also known as Lesser Himalaya. The length of the Himalaya, this part of Himalaya, is 3,700 km to 4,500 km. This is also one of the important parts of Himalayas, because due to moderate climate, the climate is not so cold in this part, and that's why this part is known as, it is very important part. Now I'd like to show you all the parts of the Himalayas through this map. Here the Himadri range of the Himalaya, Himadri range of Himalaya. Just below the Himadri range there is Shivalik range of Himalaya. Below, Middle Himalaya. Below Middle Himalaya there is Shivalik range of Himalaya. So they are the parallel ranges of Himalaya. You are seeing that the Himalaya is spread from Jammu Kashmir in the west and Arunachal Pradesh in the east. They are the important parts of the Himalayas. Here they are the longitudinal extent of Himalaya. They are the parallel ranges. Besides the longitudinal division of the Himalayas, the Himalayas are also divided as per the region. The Western Himalaya means the Kashmir Himalaya and the Himachal Himalaya. Middle Himalaya known as Nepal Himalaya. In the Purvanchal ranges of Himalaya, Purvanchal Himalaya, they are also known as Patkoi Bund, Naga Hills, Mizo Hills, Garo Khasi Jaintia Hills are also parts of the Himalayas. So you can see in this map that this part of Himalaya, these parts of India covered with very high and lofty mountains. Here in this map you are also seeing that just above the Himalaya, the other mountain ranges like Karakoram range, Ladakh and Jaskar. Ladakh and Jaskar are also important parts of the Himalayas. You are also seeing that at the head of the mountain ranges beyond India, you can see this is Pamir North. Pamir North is one of the loftiest mountains. They are the converging mountains where Hindu Kush mountain and Kulun mountains, they converge. Pamir North lies in Tajikistan, but partially it lies in Afghanistan and China too. Here you can also see all the physical divisions of India, the Great Northern Wall, Himalayas, the northern plains of India, the Peninsula Plateau of India, the Great Indian Desert, the Coastal Plain, Western Coastal Plain, Eastern Coastal Plain, islands groups, the Lakshadweep Islands and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Here they are the all physiographic divisions of India. Here I would like to make it clear that you can also see in this map, this is the world map, and I want to make it clear that there is a Indo-Australian plate and here is Eurasian plate. Both the plates collide here. Here is Tethys Sea, and this due to collision of both plates, both major plates of the earth, the sediments got accumulated in this part. It is known as Tethys Sea, and due to continuous upliftment of this portion, it was also folded, and later it was known as the Himalayas when it was covered with ice and snow. So here it is clear that the formation of Himalayas, which took place before 640 lakh years ago, it is very important part of India that protects the whole country. Now, they are the parts of the Himalayas. Thank you very much.